While you all in my grill, can you pay my bills? What's up, y'all? Just getting off. Yeah, this is about that get off of work mix right here. All in my grill, right? You know, y'all ever feel like that? While you all in my grill. Anyway, was 50 Cent all in Tina Knowles' grill? Can he pay her bills? But for real, y'all. So 50 Cent decided to jump back out there again and was on some nah need to stay out of rap people's business, rap folks' business. So he basically said that grandma he called Tina Knowles Nana and said she need to stay out of rap people's business. Now, matter of fact, Beyonce called herself rapping. Her husband is a rapper. So this woman has a lot of rappers around her. So to say that, she need to stay out of, rappers' business is some bullshit. But anyway, real quick, that's just 50 and all his shenanigans. Hopefully, T.I. and 50 both are seeing an uprise in their streams, right? Because that's what they doing this shit for sometimes, right? We know Tiny seeing some upstreams with her some of her music and also with Escape because I obviously on my channel you see some of my shorts there with Escape. So a lot of people been checking for, Tiny or whatever. So obviously she's in the algorithm. But anyway, 50 tend to have that effect on people, make them the algorithm, right? But he's competing with Clarissa Shields. Now, like I told you guys on my last live this morning, Clarissa Shields, she was on live with Natalie and Lemmy. And Clarissa claimed that Lemmy, came up to her talking about Summer and Big Lex beef or something like that. And she's like, she's the quote. The quote don't worry like that. So I feel like Clarissa put herself in the baddie shit because Clarissa said that, Summer is with her. She's good, right? She decided to put herself in it. She said she's a fan. She watch it. So Natalie kind of came in like Auntie. Auntie came in and was like, "No, Clarissa, stay out of the baddie stuff. You're the goat. Stay out of the baddies mess." So Clarissa, in all her glory, at that time on the live, she act like she was agreeing, like, "Yeah, you're right." Then she was on some because one of the baddies, her name is Biggie because she sound like a dude, and she's a female, but you look at it, you might say, okay, she's a Dominican Biggie Smalls because she has all of, the big football head, the big long face, the big fat, all the things that a big linebacker would have. So, her name is Biggie because she's given Biggie Smalls, but a girl type. All right. So Biggie was just like, Lex is good, not dissing Clarissa Shields, but Clee took it as that. I knew when she was on live with Lemmy and Natalie, she just wasn't going to let that shit slide. So definitely she did not. She came back saying, look, Biggie, you don't want no smoke. I'm a Gwody, not a baddie. I'm a Gwody, whatever a Gwody is. I guess the greatest of all time or whatever, greatest woman of all time. Which I personally wouldn't give it to Clarissa. If you're in here in my live, go ahead and hit that like button, please. I should be seeing some likes, some hearts, or something. If you're in here, got to keep the live going by showing throwing a like out there. Anyway, that's me dry begging. I shouldn't have to dry beg, right? But that's just what it is. Anyway, so I'm on my Missy Elliott shit today. These were the days, 1999 or whatever. This was like my Air Force years, like yeah, that part. Anyway, so Clarissa says she's a Gwody, so that's the new term she's trying to coin because after this, fight with Fran Sean, she basically no more motion. So nothing else is happening. Sorry, Gwoat, but what's your next fight? Shadeja, or you don't want to fight Shadeja because Fran Sean already beat Shadeja in like anonymous fight or whatever. So I personally think you need to fight Shadeja. That's my personal opinion, because who is next? Like you fought Franchon. Franchon said she's not into this social media or whatever. But I'm watching her ex, and I'm like, but you're tweeting constantly, tweeting. You understand? But you're not social media. You know, Franchon also jumped out there when her and Clarissa had their weigh in and pushed each other. She said that she would have Remy come out. She even entertained that. So for someone to say they're not, all of a sudden you lost the rematch. First of all, you lost twice. First, if I'm gonna rematch somebody, I'm gonna be sure I'm gonna beat them. Win, lose, or draw type shit. It's like, come on now, a man not gonna lose a second time. Nobody, come on, nah. Like some things you might take a loss in, but not a boxing match. Like I'm gonna rematch you to lose again. Like, but okay. So honestly, good thing I didn't put any money on it. I thought Fran Sean, I'm like, yo, she gonna win because she's just not gonna come back and lose. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. If she didn't, literally came back, lost, got knocked on her, smack on her ass. But really quick, I want to talk about the false promotion that Lemmy and Zeus did. Zeus had a promotion that if you subscribe, you could watch Clarissa's fight live or whatever from Zeus app. But all the customers said they were not able to watch it. I was a customer. I wasn't able to watch it. But then I fell asleep and I was like, I definitely wasn't going to go to the Dan's app and pay $55 for that shit. Because low key in my mind, I'm like, okay, Clarissa's body looked bomb. So she's going to win this fight. And she did. So I'm glad I did not waste $53 and I was able to catch all the highlights from the fight. And honestly, both girls went in, but the biggest highlight was Kelly Price coming through and showing Brandy the vocal Bible and whoever else how to sing the national anthem. Kelly Price came through with pipes and did what she's supposed to do. That's why Kelly Price won the poll on my community post. I had Faith Evans versus Kelly Price, and everybody went for Kelly Price mostly. I went for Faith Evans because Faith Evans resonate with my soul. Okay, Kelly Price resonate, but you know they say that the music that molds you is from 13 to 21, and Faith Evans fall in that era for me, that 13 to 21 era where I'm not even gonna lie. No Diddy, I was bad boy for life. I ain't gonna hold you. No Diddy without the baby oil. You feel me? I was fucking. You couldn't have told me I wasn't, you know, one of 112 or jagged edge to somebody. I was just That's the scene I wanted to be in, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna throw back. I feel like playing some slow jams to end my live because I'm done with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all done gave me all the likes I needed, and then not some. You feel me? But tell me what y'all think about Clarissa Shields. Why is the quote keep lying? You feel me? Why do the quote lie? She has a compulsive lying disorder. Some people say it's because her zodiac sign is Pisces. I'm sorry, Pisces, but the word is out of all the zodiacs, y'all lie really, really, really bad. So, lying is an abomination, so it don't have to be that way. You can pray on it and just work on it. You know what I'm saying? Just concentrate on the words that's coming out of your mouth to make sure it's not no lie. You know, but Clarissa want to be a baddie so bad, and she's saying she don't. But now she's beefing with Biggie and Big Lex. Okay, give Big Lex some lessons first. Don't just try to put a baddie. Anybody gonna speak up for themselves because most people say I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Be scared of Clarissa Shields because she would beat bricks off of you, right? Because she was an MMA fighter first. So the girl can scrap. She's from Flint, Michigan. The water all bad and shit. Got people, superhuman strength. So this girl will really rip a person's face off. If you're fighting her in the streets. But she's trying to fight on baddies, and I'm just not fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I just think that nobody's hands is gonna be like her hands on there. Even if Lex or someone say she don't scare me, whoop de whoop, yeah, see me, whatever. They don't really mean that. Now if Clarissa gives Summer Bummer, Summer the Bummer. Now, if she gives Summer the Bummer, mouthpiece lady, if she give her some boxing lessons or just, get train her. You understand? That's all. Just train the girl and then let Franshawn or Shadeja come in and train the op. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all have a good day a good rest of your day on purpose. Leave it in the comments what you're thinking about 50 Cent and Clarissa Shields, the Gwody, not baddie, but Gwody.